am so guilty of that.
Me too.
I mean, because all of a sudden it's acceptable to eat salty, greasy chips for dinner, snack on a fatty chocolate bar for breakfast. These options provided at, gas stations, convenience stores, they may actually leave us feeling like it's okay to eat unhealthy while you're on the road.
But fear not. Anything we can find to eat at these stores. But can we find anything good to eat at these stores? Can any of it be good for us? The answer is yes.
Yes.
Our next guest is here to fuel us with some of the healthy grab-and-go foods that'll keep you energized and satisfied for your next road trip. I needed you last weekend.
Yes.
Joining us this morning is certified holistic nutritionist from the Power of Food Education, Robin DeCicco. Welcome.
So nice to be here, guys. I cannot wait to get into this. I mean, we still have weeks left in summer.
It's very true.
We got to take advantage of the healthy snacks.
And sometimes you make a road trip like for the holidays. You go visit grandma, you go.
Absolutely. Or even if you're just like schlepping the kids back and forth in the afternoon or going anywhere, you want to have fuel on you. That's so important. Yeah.
So let's start with the first important question. What is considered healthy?
Such a good question. And I think that healthy really means real food. An apple is healthy. An egg is healthy. Potato chips laced in dark orange coloring, not healthy, right? Because it's like more ingredients. So the more ingredients, I would say, the worse for you. You want to look for things that really don't have a list of ingredients.
Right.
Whole food is always better. Yeah, and it's like I say to clients all the time, it's not rocket science, people. Like, let's not pick up artificial coloring. Let's pick up an apple, a peanut, a carrot. That's healthy.
Right.
Yeah.
If it comes from the earth.
Yeah,
totally.
It came from a tree, or it's healthy.
If it's not coming off of a chemical plant somewhere, that's what we want to be eating.
Yeah, you're not finding a candy bar coming up.
Right, exactly. Candy bar is not being grown. Exactly.
So you have some go-to store-bought
Yes.
snacks, because that's the thing. You're driving, maybe you have kids, you've sang 99 bottles of beer on the wall 100 times.
God, yes.
You watch it, you're like, get me out of this car.
Right, you're screaming at everybody.
I'm ravenous.
Yes, of course.
And I see Pringles, and I'm like, yes.
Right.
I'm on that.
Right.
Yep.
The Pringles are there, but instead you can still have something crunchy and salty. So it's not about being on a diet. It's not about depriving yourself. It's just choosing something that will make you get into the car and not scream again. It's like more stable, which we need.
So these are your grab and goes.
Some of these will do that. So we have some trail mix. We have some pistachios, which I love because it actually takes you longer to eat them. It's like a fun activity.
They're in the shell.
Totally, and you can do it in the car, with the kids, with yourselves, whatever. And then I have some corn snacks and or some crispy chickpeas. Fiber, protein. You always want to look for fiber and protein.
Okay.
Keep you much more full.
One, sorry.
Yeah, they're so crunchy and good.
One of my favorites. I know they're nice. That
Aren't
crunch
they?
is nice.
Right, you want the crunch. Like you don't want to just be having a diet food. That's boring.
Yeah.
Okay, then here
So this covers like a salty.
This is all salty, all salty, which we all really want. Like you were saying, you don't want the chips.
Right.
That's like just going to turn into sugar and make you feel really junky.
Yes, exactly.
Totally. These are protein snacks. So whenever you're driving or really just anywhere in your day, you want protein because that'll keep you so much more full.
Right.
So if you find yourself snacking throughout the day, it's because you're not eating enough protein. So I don't know, do you guys find yourselves snacking a lot?
I'm too busy to snack.
I was gonna. It depends on the day. It depends on the day.
That's the good point.
Yeah. So in order to prevent it, just make sure that you're having something like this is natural nut butter on a banana.
Sure, why not? I thought you'd never ask.
They're so good. And aren't they just so cute? Love them. And these are all things you can get at the convenience store. Like they always have fruit. It's good, right? Like very, very tasty. So at the counter, there's always going to be whole fruit, and then there'll always be jars of nut butter. So again, you can just like make a little snack stitch yourself. And then there's always going to be jerky. I like to look for turkey jerky that's nitrate-free because that's going to be healthier than all the additives. But again, who doesn't want to just do this when you're driving? Super easy. Much better than like those gross hot dogs, you know, that are by the counter.
Those things freak me out when I see them.
Totally, because they've been there for like 300 years.
Yeah. So this is protein.
Here's the
exactly.
thing. When I'm on the road, though, and it's like, okay, it's time to eat, we don't want to spend too much time in a restaurant, but my kids are always like, oh, the Golden Arches. What's a better option for a meal?
For a meal on the go? So for a meal on the go from a convenience store, you can get all of these foods.
Yeah.
So you can look for
and these look good.
Yogurt.
Yeah.
You can look for hard-boiled eggs. You can look for cheese. You can look for pouches of tuna or salmon. So these are all ways that you can actually make a meal. So let's say it's breakfast time. They all sell Greek yogurt. I have some sunflower seeds here you can put in and some fruit. And kids also like seeds, crunchy nuts. They can do it themselves. And then a lunch, you can just make your own snack plate from the convenience store. So if you look in the fridge sections of all of these stores, they'll have like yogurt, cheese, eggs, and that's going to keep you super full. And then also crunchy veggies and cheese sticks.
I was going to say that cheese stick looks very nice.
Yeah, really, really good. And again, so easy for you to like grab and go. It's just as easy to get something unhealthy as it is to get something healthy.
Yeah.
That's what I'm realizing.
Making smarter choices.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know, it's not fun.
No.
But in the long run, I think it's well worth it.
Totally, and you feel better, and that's the whole point, because your mood is better, you feel so much more stable, you have more energy, and that's very, very key.
And that, you know, we talked about something that's healthy right at the top and defining that if it's got 1,700 ingredients, chances are it's not healthy. But as a nutritionist, I wonder how you think about food just holistically, because this is the road trip. We're going to have our snacks. We're not going to eat like this forever. How do we translate that once we get out of the car? And don't go to Golden Arches.
Right, right. That's a good question. I think it's about baby steps. So I think it's about implementing a little bit of the old. So let's say your kids really like French fries. Maybe they can eat the French fries, but then you also bring veggie chips along, and you also bring actual vegetables and maybe an egg on the side. So it's taking a little bit of the old and a little bit of the new. And I think you can do that while on vacation and also at home. Yeah. It's like not going from 0 to 100, because nobody can do that. It's not sustainable. Yeah. Right? Adults or kids.
Right.
Yeah.
Baby steps.
Baby steps all the way. Yeah,
all right.
Totally.
And a little of that helps a lot too.
Of course. Who doesn't want a crunch? We all need a crunch,
I love the crunch.
Without a doubt. Yes, we all need a crunch. And you want it to be easy. Right. That's why none of this is hard. It's not like you have to go into a really fancy restaurant, like you were saying, and take time. It's all there. Just make it happen.
Robin, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Nice. This is great.
I'm inspired.
I'm telling you.
I'm glad. I'm glad.
For more tips on healthier alternatives, you can visit Robin's Instagram and her website at Power of Food Education. I love that hat.